friends, this is the moment you've waited for.
Mateys! How are we doing tonight? It is the DPI Podcast, and this is a family episode for Thursday, October 29th, and boy, tonight can get really interesting. So I am basically like a pirate mullet. I'm a pirate on the top, and I have dress pants on the bottom, so I'm business on the bottom. Awesome. I'm glad you like that one. So tonight we are going to talk about Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, Oogie Boogie Bash, and everything else Halloween that is not going on at the parks right now. So with that being said, let's talk about our social media accounts. So if you do want to get in touch with us for some odd reason, below, Facebook account at DPI Podcast, Twitter account at Disney Insights. Any questions, comments, concerns, praises, promises, criticism, whatever. Get a hold of us one of those ways. Easiest way to get a hold of us. So Facebook at DPI Podcast, Twitter at Disney Insights, and you are watching us on the YouTube channel right now, so you found us here, and you can usually link through our Facebook account to get here. So tonight, like I said, we are going to be talking about the Not So Scary parties, so let's bring on our kiddos, and tonight I am joined by Kylo Ren and Uma from the Descendants. Let's bring them on. Oh geez, how you guys doing tonight?
Good. I'm fine.
You're fine? So, we have been to one Not So Scary party, where we definitely dressed up a lot. And, you know, just so people know what we're talking about, Not So Scary, Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party is a ticketed event, held at the Magic Kingdom. And it's usually starts sometime in August and will run through Halloween or November 1st, maybe if it falls on a weird day. And then they'll do the transition to the Christmas decorations at Magic Kingdom. But during the party nights, and they are on select nights, you will buy a ticket. And basically what your ticket does is it allows you to get into Magic Kingdom at 4 p.m. Guests that do not have a ticket are asked to leave at 7 p.m. And with that being said, you know, you do have a little bit of crossover, and you have some people trying to get pictures with characters and that kind of stuff. But you will get a wristband that signifies that you are attending the event. And there are a lot of cool things that go on with the event. So let's start with Braden. When we went to the Not So Scary party, what was your favorite thing to do?
I kind of liked it to watch it because it did a lot of about the Mickey stuff, and they tipped us through the haunted house, and there were silly monsters.
Silly monsters. Okay. Yeah. And who did you dress up as for the Not So Scary party? Do you remember? Were you a roadster racer?
Yeah, roadster racer Mickey.
And what was special about your roadster racer, Mickey?
Because my helmet lighted up in the dark.
So it made it look like you were what?
Supercharged.
Supercharged Roadster Mickey. And then, Allie, who did you go with? Or who did you go as to the Not So Scary party?
Mal, again from Descendants.
She went as Mal from Descendants. And you did something really cool with Mommy prior to the party. What did you do?
I had ears that glowed.
Okay, and what did you do with Mommy before? Why did you have to leave Royal Table early?
We went to a makeover thing at Grand Floridian, and we got our makeup done.
Okay, and what was special about the makeup? Did they actually put you into character?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they did they did character makeup. So basically, we did something called Character Couture. And it's at the Ivy Trellis Salon that used to be in Grand Floridian, used to be in Grand Floridian. And during this Character Couture, you could do different packages, but they do your makeup. And we did it in conjunction with the party, so Allie got her makeup done as Mal from Descendants. So she had some purple highlights, and they did your nails and eyeshadow and that kind of stuff. And then Shannon, my wife, actually had her hair done to look like Maleficent's horns, because she went as Maleficent, and they did some really good cheekbone makeup and really did a great job on the girls' makeup. So, it's a cool thing to kind of tie in with the party. So we got to the party, and we got our wristbands. And then what else did we do while we were at the party, Allie?
We watched a parade.
So we watched the parade. They have the Boo to You Halloween parade, which is really cool. And if you notice in the background, we've got a little bit of music playing. We got some Boo to You music going in here tonight. Brayden, what else did we do?
We kind of watched the party on a very tall screen. It was Cinderella's castle was a huge and tall, the longest TV screen of all the towers.
Yeah, so they have a special holiday fireworks show that stars Jack Skellington. And it's a projection show and fireworks show that's on the castle. And it can only be seen on the party nights. What else were you guys able to do? Were you able to get candy?
Yeah.
Okay, so how did you get candy at this party? Go ahead, Allie.
When you got off a ride, you would walk down the exit, hallway, wherever it was for different rides. They have different,
Uh-huh.
And cast members would have huge bags of candy that they were carrying, and they would just give you a handful and put it in your bag when you were done riding that ride.
Well, it wasn't in the ride queues, it was in ride queues, but it wasn't in rides that were going. So what you'll look for is they'll have some kind of inflatable, whether it's a giant candy corn, or each year it seems to be something different. And you go to those giant inflatables, and there will be a little queue line that you walk through, and they will grab handfuls of candy and put it down in your sack. And what's nice is if you do have an allergy in your family or something like that, they can get special bags that you can get special treats from each of the stations. So if you walk around the park, they'll all be identified on the party map, and then you walk around the park and you can get your treats from all of the different locations. So as far as rides, was there anything special about any of the rides?
Space Mountain, it was pitch black.
Space Mountain was pitch black. So you had basically Rockin' Mountain, where they play really loud music. It was pitch black, and kind of spooky, and it was pretty cool. What else, Brayden?
Did you know? We didn't go to Hollywood Studios, but we wanted to kind of do something really fun, and all the rides had a special acting. And today, Splash Mountain, in a few weeks, Splash Mountain is going to be Princesses and the Floss.
It will. So, a couple of the other rides had special overlays done with them. So, the teacups had special lighting, and then Pirates of the Caribbean. What did Pirates of the Caribbean have? Do you remember? They had the pirate that kind of yelled at you. Cannonball Pete, I think was his name. And he was on one of the little bridges over the ride, and he had a loudspeaker, and he would talk to the boats as they went by. And of course, our boat, we all had something that glowed. Allie's ears, Braden's hat, the whole back of my shirt, and Shannon's skirt all glowed. So he was making fun of our boat because he could see it come around the corner, and he goes, "You need to dim your lanterns. You can't sneak up on anybody like that." Which was really funny.
they're white.
Yeah, with all of our lights. So that was kind of funny. What else is special about the parties? And not only the Not So Scary party, but the Christmas party. Is there anything different with the characters? Okay, either one of you can answer. What characters come out? Braden, since you are trying to reach the ceiling. Go. Is there any special characters?
Mitzi and all his thing, dress up cute in their Christmas uniforms, and
Their Halloween, or their Halloween outfits?
yeah, and it's very cute when if there's a different season, they decorate different stuff.
Yeah,
And
they do.
different weather and different season.
So, Allie, what were you going to say about the characters?
Same thing he was.
The same thing he was. So, talking about the...
Also, doesn't Jet Skellington come out on the stage show?
Yes, Jack Skellington comes out on the stage show, and you can actually meet Jack Skellington and Sally as one of the special meet and greets. Another one is Moana. This is one of the only times that Moana will come out and meet guests. So her line definitely gets long. Who else?
Captain Jet Sparrow.
Captain Jack Sparrow was out, which was kind of a new thing the year that we went. A few of the other ones, you get a lot of the villains, so the Evil Queen and Jafar, and some of those come out. You get the 7 dwarves that come out. Braden.
And I knew, how, when it was started, it's kind of like, it's magic because there's no dragon on the stage right next to Mitty, but when the lights turn out, the eyes glow and the nose glow, and those glow, orange or red or yellow.
Uh-huh.
Whatever.
What else is kind of different with the parties? Do they have any special things to wear, or pins, or anything like that? Allie?
We can wear a costume.
Well, you can wear a costume, which is a big thing. So kids can wear a costume, and it's something that they've actually kind of expanded on this year, which is kind of cool. But yeah, it's something that you can do. What else can you do, Braden?
You can meet all the characters, and even though if it's Mitty and Mitty's Runaway Railway, it's right. Mitty was through the drain and the pipe.
Uh-huh.
And there was this and this, and the very cool thing is it changed it to the port. It's like a factory to the port.
A factory to the park?
Yeah, it like all around you it changes.
Yeah. So there are special apparel items, pins. There's a special card for Sorcerers of the Magic Kingdom every year. And there's also special goodies. So a lot of the restaurants will have party exclusive items, such as an entree or a dessert or different things like that. And this year they've actually brought some of those back for people to enjoy, even though the party's not going on. So it's really cool. So this is a picture of the girls from the year that we went. And it's really cool here. So let me figure out what button I want to do. So that's my Maleficent and my Mal from the Not So Scary Party a couple of years ago. But yeah, we have a lot of fun at the party. So is there anything else that you guys think that people should know about the parties? We'll start with Brayden or Kylo Ren. Kylo, go ahead.
Well, you can call me Brayden Kylo.
Brayden Kylo, go ahead.
Or Ben.
The good thing is, even though Halloween is the big party, even though the castle is a party because it has all the weird things on it.
Uh-huh.
It's like a big terror screen.
Uh-huh. And then what else, Allie?
I just wanted to point out that when we were at the makeup thing,
Uh-huh.
there were two people that came in, and it was Fairy Godmother and Cinderella live action, and I assume they got their makeup done like yesterday or something, because there was Cinderella and then like her mother or something was dressed up as the
Fairy Godmother.
Yeah, Fairy Godmother. And her dress was so pretty. It was like so poofy. It looked like it had like 60 layers, and it was beautiful.
So the last thing that I want to talk about as far as the party goes is there are a few different stage shows. So you have the Hocus Pocus Spook Spectacular, I think it's called, that brings out a lot of the villains. And then after the party fireworks, there are DJs all over the place. So there was a DJ in Adventureland, there was a DJ at the castle that kind of keep the party going until whenever the party ends, which normally is midnight on party nights. The other thing that you can do is there is a special, I guess you can call it a food event, but it's Cruella de Vil's event, and it's over at Tony's Town Square restaurant, and they do like heavy apps and drinks and that kind of stuff, and that's another upcharge. So I think it's $99 for adults, $79 for kids, or it might be $99 for everybody. But in that event, you do get to stay a little bit longer till 12:30, so you can let the crowds kind of fall out and get out of the park a little bit later. So, that kind of does it for the Not So Scary Party. Brayden, you have transformed. I see your face now. What do you got to say, bud?
Some people have stuff who can light up. Some people just have stuff who can't light up. Some people's socks can light up, and some people's shoes, hair, and even anything on their clothes can light up. Even though if they can't light up, they can still be in Halloween.
They can. So kids, thank you very much for being on the show tonight. I'm going to do a little bit of news, and then I am going to help you guys get ready for bed, okay? Thank you. Yep, bye-bye.
No.
I pushed the button. All right, so as far as Disney news goes right now, we are going to start in Magic Kingdom. The Liberty Square Riverboat and Tom Sawyer Island, it's going under a refurbishment right now, and it has been extended through March of 2021, which kind of stinks because those are neat areas to explore. But it's something that they're doing a little bit of refurbishment there, so it's going to be nice and new, hopefully, as COVID dies down. Let's go overseas, and Disneyland Paris is going to be shutting down, and it actually shut down at end of business today, which has already happened, and will be shut down through February of next year. Now, it's kind of interesting because this is in accordance to their new guidelines as they have rising COVID cases over there. But the big thing with this is they have left the reservation system open for the Christmas season. So basically like December 19th through January 2nd for Christmas reservations, which is kind of interesting. So that might be something to look at, if something was to happen here in the States, is Disney gonna stay open for the Christmas holiday, since most people already have reservations, dining, park reservations, all that kind of stuff already set up. And the last thing that kind of came across today was changes to the rise of the resistance queue in Hollywood studios. So prior to this change, you had to be in the park at Park Open to get a reservation for this ride. So it's a virtual queue system. You have to go into the My Disney Experience app, go into the ride, and you actually have to get yourself an assigned queue time. Well, what it did is it kind of packed the park at the morning, and not always people that wanted to be there. They were just there because that's the only way that you got to ride Rise of the Resistance. So what they've done is, if you have a park reservation for Hollywood Studios and a valid ticket for that day, at 7 a.m., you can actually log in now and get your virtual queue for Rise of the Resistance. And if you aren't able to get one at that time and are in the park at 2 p.m., they will have another release of boarding groups at 2 p.m., but you have to be in the park, and you can't have received one of the boarding groups at the 7 a.m. drop. So a couple things there. So 7 a.m. and 2 p.m. now, instead of the 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. whenever the park opens, and 2 p.m. So Rise of the Resistance, a little bit change in their virtual queue system, and then they've also installed plexiglass in all of the cars now, in all of the ride vehicles, so that it can increase the amount of people that are going through that ride at a time now. So it should speed up those boarding groups a little bit. Rise of the Resistance still has a ton of problems, and it's seen down daily, it seems like. So just be wary that even if you do get a boarding group for Rise of the Resistance, there's no guarantee that you're going to ride that day. With that being said, I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. Hopefully you had a little bit of fun. We had some fun here being in costume for you. If you do have any questions about the Not So Scary Party or want to book for next year's Not So Scary Halloween Party, definitely get with our friends over at Princesses and the Mouse. So, Peter over at Princesses and the Mouse is kind of our travel agent side of our little conglomerate we've got here. Want to get with him over on Facebook at PATM Disney Travel, or on Gmail at Salvadisney, SALVADISNEY, at gmail.com. And he can answer any questions, or you can book through the website, and the Wix site is on our Facebook page. So I want to thank all of you all for watching tonight. Thank you. If you do have any questions, definitely reach out. Mom reached out. Who is your favorite villain? Hey, kids. Allie, Braden, where'd you go? They're coming. They're coming. Up the stairs. Here they come. Like a herd of giraffes. Okay. So Mimi asked, who is your favorite villain? So let me get back over here to where they can see you. Brayden, who's your favorite villain?
Jafar.
Favorite villain is Jafar. From what movie?
Aladdin.
Aladdin. And Allison, who is your favorite villain?
Kylo Ren.
Kylo Ren. So Ben Solo.
That's me. I'm Tyler.
Yeah, you're my favorite villain too.
You're Ben Solo.
You're kind of cute. You're like the most adorable.
If he had a son, he wouldn't be Ben Solo. He would
Sith.
be Ben something else.
Ben something else. Okay, bye now. Thank you all for watching. Have a good night. We'll see you at the parks real soon.